Good morning. Elle Ingalls here at pressure-free.com, elleingalls.com. Welcome. We've got a great topic for you today, digestion. So I was just doing a little bit of research this morning to see how many people do suffer from a digestive ailment. And it's approximately 70 million in the United States. I didn't get worldwide statistics. The US has a really high prevalence of issues with digestive issues. And it actually costs, the healthcare costs associated with it are $163 billion a year, which is a lot of money going towards something that, again, like sleep, which we've already talked about this week, is something that's so natural that humans need to eat and process food. And shouldn't we be able to do that pretty easily and pretty elegantly? There are a lot of factors that go into whether or not you can digest certain foods, for sure, genetics being one of them. And Dr. Sue McCready, who I had on a couple of weeks ago, actually helps people specifically with that, understanding their genetic makeup and what foods work well for them. And she shared an example of her brother who was going vegan and is completely Nordic in his genetic makeup. He needs fish. So changing his diet and adding fish in actually helped him tremendously. So our genetics certainly do play a factor. I was working with an Inuit client once who had tried to go vegetarian. And again, she needed a lot of fatty fish. So when she switched back to adding fish into her diet, it was a tremendous help to her. So there's a lot of factors, but I want to specifically talk about the stress response and what the stress response does to digestion. Where does digestion start? It starts here. It starts in your mouth with your saliva. Do you ever experience a dry mouth? Do you get mouth sores? If you have a dry mouth or mouth sores, then you're probably not releasing enough saliva in your mouth. And that's because of adrenaline. When we trigger the stress response and the catecholamine hormones go out, one of the specific things they do is shut down our tear ducts and our saliva ducts. So your saliva ducts are going to shut off. That's why you're going to feel a dry mouth before you give a speech or a performance or an athletic competition. Your mouth may feel dry. And water doesn't really help because saliva is really a different consistency. It's a different makeup. It's got all these enzymes in it. And it's those enzymes that break down the food to start your digestion. So you need your saliva ducts flowing well when you're going to eat. A simple way you can get this going is when you get your food. I learned this from a Thai doctor, by the way, a concierge doctor from LA, but from Thailand. She goes, when you get your food, smell it first, like waft the smell to your nose. When you smell your food, it will help get those saliva ducts going for you. So you want a lot of saliva because that's going to break down your food, which also means you need to keep your food in your mouth a long time, right? So that you can actually break it down. The stress hormones don't just shut down our saliva ducts, though. They actually shut down, they even completely stop for some people, your entire digestive processing. So that means whatever food that you've eaten or are eating is not going to get processed correctly. This shows up in so many ways. It shows up in poor skin, especially in the extremities, your feet, your hands, your face. Your skin may be, my eczema was horrific on my hands. Again, extremities. And it's because when we don't process our food correctly, we can't get the nutrients into the bloodstream to get out to all these cells. So none of your cells are working properly when you go into fight or flight because you've ripped fat and glucose from your extremities and you're not processing your food correctly. Plus your thyroid has a lot of issues, especially with the second flood of hormones, the glucocorticoids. Your thyroid gland is going to suppress because all this activity needs to take place. And so a lot of people have some thyroid issues. Again, it's related to the release of the stress hormones. So if you can refrain from triggering the stress response, your entire digestive system is going to work so much better for you. I can't promise that it's going to completely eliminate the issues that you have, but you can certainly begin to digest your food more properly, get the nutrients out to your cells better, and give your actual cells of your whole digestive tract a better chance of healing and working for you. I've had clients have amazing, almost miraculous remissions from chronic digestive diseases when they really dig in and not just, learn this method, but master this method so they're no longer triggering the stress response many times a day. When you can clear that up, your digestive system can work so much better for you. The other thing that I see happen for people, and this was me actually, especially I would say started in my college years when I was a college athlete, I would beat myself up. Got my Elle Sport on here today, by the way. So there we go. I would beat myself up if I ate something that wasn't good for me. So I have a pretty rock solid digestive system pretty much my whole life. I didn't have a lot of digestive issues, even when I was in stress mode, luckily. But I would stress out over eating something that wasn't good for me. I still do it a little bit, like I get tight in my body. And if I release those stress hormones, that means that whatever I ate, I'm not going to digest very well. Your digestive system is pretty darn amazing. It's going to work on whatever food you put in there. I suggest that you move toward healthier foods. But if you do eat something, maybe over the holiday weekend here, you ate something that wasn't quite so good for you, the best thing is to not stress out over it. The stressing out over it is going to shut down your digestive system and not make it possible for you to even digest that food very well. So whatever your digestive system situation is, even if it is pretty good, it can get really, really good when you stop releasing those stress hormones. And a lot of people, when they do experience stress, they feel it in their gut. You'll run into, especially middle schoolers, but people of all ages who will have upset stomachs because of the stress response. They feel it really strongly in their gut. And it's, you take people you go to the doctor about this and they'll say, oh, it's just psychosomatic. There's nothing physically wrong. Well, there is something physically wrong because pain is a signal of something. And it is the fact that these hormones are causing distress in your gut area. So I hope this is helpful. A lot of people suffer unnecessarily from digestive issues, and Pressure Free can at least start to alleviate that for you. And following my food for fuel formula that I teach in my courses, that's fantastic to get you actually allowing your body to process food better. So if you want to learn more, just direct message me is the best way. I'll send you my calendar link, but you can take it right here. It's speakwithelle.com. And I wish you a beautiful pressure-free day. Bye.